Permits features include permit transaction data export in GIS map layer and optimized inspection routing on map. Your agency can now export permit transaction location information for display on a map. Setup requires an editable feature service so that exported data can be written on the map layer. The agency defines the mapping between the permit transaction attributes and respective GIS attributes on the Esri side. Setup includes selecting a resource associated with the permit classification as well as a predefined feature service. In some cases, you can select a specific transaction type to list only the attributes for that permit type. Each mapping must identify the permit record key, latitude, and longitude values for the location of the transaction. Additional attributes can also be mapped. A scheduled rule in the Business Rules framework exports the transaction data to the GIS layer using the latest mapping definitions. This example illustrates the exported permit data that appear on the map. The Inspector application now integrates with the Esri routing service to identify efficient travel paths between the day's scheduled inspections. You can reorder the inspections by dragging and dropping them in the list. Once the order is set, click the Route button to show the path between inspections and calculate the total time and distance for the route. Agency setup now determines whether distances are displayed in miles or kilometers. You can reduce travel time by clicking the Route button again, then selecting the option to optimize the route. A streamlined travel path appears on the map. Selecting an inspection location marker triggers the mobile device's mapping application, such as Google Maps, setting the inspection site as the destination and the inspector's current location as the starting point. This completes the feature descriptions for permits. Business licenses features include identification of businesses for audit or inspection, legacy data migration bulk delete of business entity, periodic reporting and payments, Redwood Experience for license application intake, and Redwood Experience for license activities. The Business License dashboard has a new tab, the Random License Selector, enabling agency staff to identify a random list of business licenses for audit or inspections. Use the filters on the left to search your data. The percentage amount helps to determine how many records are selected. This dashboard is delivered with this release. The existing bulk delete functionality is extended to include imported business entities and their child business objects, locations, owners, and attachments. Businesses can now report confidential information such as financial results, customer data, risk assessments, and operational details on a periodic basis to comply with license requirements. This information can be accessed from the Reporting Summary and Reporting Details tabs on the license application page. This feature also allows agencies to calculate fees based on periodic reporting and send communication to inform businesses that they need to submit their periodic reporting. Agencies can now display license intake forms with the Redwood Experience user interface. This includes support for periodic reporting, contractor registration, and license activities including origination, renewal, and amendment. The right-hand navigation panel guides you through the form. Once complete, you can review and submit it. The Redwood Experience is also available for submitted license activities, featuring an enhanced look and feel of the detail pages. Use the links in the navigation panel to manage activity details such as associated business information, fees and payments, contacts, activity status, communication, and much more. This completes the feature descriptions for business licenses. Planning and zoning features include Pre-application AI Agent. You can now create your own pre-application AI agent using the Pre-application Agent team in the AI Agent Studio. This AI agent is available for agency users with the Principal Planner and Planner roles. Start on the Planning Applications page and select a pre-application row. On the pre-application page, select the Pre-application Outcome tab. Use the AI Assist button on the Pre-application Outcome tab to ask the AI agent your question. The Pre-application AI Agent drawer opens. You can either select your question from the available prompts or enter your own pre-application outcome-related question. Let's click on an available prompt. The AI agent answers the question. Now let's enter a question. The AI agent gives an answer to that as well. This completes the feature description for planning and zoning. Common permitting and licensing features include Designer Custom Grid Enhancements and Redwood Experience for pre-application and business license consultation. Two key enhancements improve the design and usage of grids added to application forms in the Intake Form Designer. Previously, when a grid was set to be reusable, its attributes could no longer be changed if added to another intake form. Now you can add an existing, published reusable grid and modify it so that different versions of the same grid can display on multiple intake forms. For example, you can add a reusable grid to a new intake form design and change labels, hide columns, or add columns to suit the current intake form. Also, you can now use the minimum and maximum attributes on the Grid Attributes panel to set the minimum and maximum number of rows an applicant can enter on a grid. If the applicant doesn't enter the required number of rows or has entered too many, they'll see a warning message indicating the grid requirements. The enhanced Redwood user experience is now available for the pre-application outcome page in the Planning and Zoning offering and the Consultation outcome page in the Business Licenses offering. The outcome pages display required applications. This completes the feature descriptions for common permitting and licensing. We've only shown you the highlights of the public sector permitting and licensing update. For more information, see the What's New document on Oracle Cloud Readiness.